And welcome back, everybody, to Facetious, episode 144, season 3, episode 40, brought to you on Monday, October 22nd, 2018, at 6:06 p.m. Central Standard Time, or Central Daylight Time. I'm one of your hosts. I'm Larry, a.k.a. Blue Man Rule, and I'm joined as usual by my main Damien, none other than Mike, a.k.a. Scarfinger, a.k.a. Real Talk. What's up, dog?
So dog.
Man, dog. Mike, I thought I could get away from it, bro. I had another funeral this weekend.
Man, you about to be on AZ Rock Slide status,
bruh. So all right, so
he just put on Discord today that another family member gone,
bruh.
Like you about to be on Rock Slide, bro.
In the last 3 months, I've been to 3 family members' funerals. Since April of last year, 5 people in our family have passed away. So yeah, man. And so Simpson knows my cousin Swerve, man. So last Saturday, not 2 days ago, but 10 days ago, my great aunt passed away, who's Swerve's grandmother. And then a couple days after, his mom passed away. And so yeah, man, I've been praying for him, man, that entire side of the family, because we all really tight. I've explained before how I have cousins who are double cousins because a set of brothers married a set of sisters. See what I mean? Okay. And so that's how it is between me and my cousin Kervin, is that he's from the other married set of brother and sister. You know what I mean? So yeah. So
you're on that Rock Slide, dog. You need to.
Yeah, I know it, man.
Like every member of your family need to burn some sage or something. Like that's what I think. I know y'all Christians and y'all don't really believe in all of this, but and then some the things that be happening to Will and stuff like that. I'm like, man, listen, I would invest in sage immediately.
Man, sage ain't gonna do nothing. I'm just gonna tell you, sage is great.
We need a cleansing because this is like some juju of the worst order. Man, listen,
it's bro.
I don't know. I lost my aunt and my grandma a couple months apart, and those were the first major deaths in the family, and it messed me up so bad. I ended up getting fired from a job because I'm still feeling this, and I'm not doing well. My work performance has gone down, and I was working at a call center, and the guy at the call center was just kind of brought me in because my little phone shops, they record the calls and they grade them, and he was just like, you just don't seem to be here right now. And I'm just like, man, I just got a lot going on. And he was like, this doesn't seem to be the job for you. And not really thinking about it at the time, still feeling that in my chest.
Right.
I was like, nope, it's not. I just do it for the money. I'm here because y'all pay more than anybody else, and I could just sit here and just talk to people. But I don't really enjoy this. There's nothing about this that I enjoy. I've never been as much as I talk. I've never enjoyed talking on the phone. Which is weird. I have never enjoyed talking on the phone. So it's one of those situations where I'm, doing that. It was good money. It was my first real full-time job. And so but it was a situation to where it's I was just going through the motions at that point. My aunt was a surprise. That happened. It was sudden, and it really rocked all of us. And with my grandma, that was the second child she lost, and the second out of her 4. And she just gave up. She just, having a conversation. When we went to see her in the hospital, my sister and I were there, my older sister, and they have always been super close. And so my sister, we're just talking, and my grandma is like barely here. Like she's like her eyes are not open. She's just not really here. But she was still responding and everything. And my sister said, "We gonna fight this, right? This is what we do. We fight this, right?" And my grandma just shook her head no. And she was done. And like all of that is going through my mind because I was in the room when we all realized she was giving up. She was ready to go home. Because you're muted.
My bad. Yeah, man. It's tough, man. I've been there. I've been like I told you when my grandmother passed away, she was like, "Look, I'm ready to go." She was like, "I'm ready to go." And a week later, she was gone. You know what I mean? But it wasn't in like a hospital situation, man. It was just, in the middle of the night, literally. So, but she was ready. And you could tell when people are ready. But yeah, man. So like,
my grandma was, she loved the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
She loved the Lord. And I think at that point, like she was just ready to go home.
Right. Now, I'll tell you the song they played this time.
Oh, please.
Going Up Yonder.
All right. Okay.
Going Up Yonder.
I can okay, I can roll with Going Up Yonder.
You can roll with Going Up Yonder? Yeah.
It depends though. Like is your soloist doing the thing?
See, here's the thing. No. She was trying her best. She was trying her best. And she started off really high, even though she was soprano. I was like, "Ooh, you starting off mad high. Like you should bring that down one key, one key, maybe two."
Yeah.
But
gotta fix your octaves, man.
Right. And then there's a congregation led. And then how you gonna be asked to put on a program and don't show up? How you gonna be on a program at a funeral and then don't show up?
Hold on. Somebody
not just one, but two people.
Somebody no showed the funeral?
Two people.
Two people no showed. How you hold on, wait. All right. So
Right.
Let me get this straight. Let me get this straight, right? Right. So like the program is like set in motion by the fam. Like the fam goes in and they figure out who's gonna go where.
They reach out to people.
Who's gonna carry the casket? Like who's gonna do this? Who's gonna be a part of this? Like you know what I mean? Like sometimes the family can set the ushers up for the day to make sure everybody get where they're going. You get your strong cousin to be the usher for the day.
Right.
And, she was already the usher at church, so she already got her white gloves.
Right. And an extra box of napkin, Kleenex, and an extra box of Kleenex.
You know what I mean? And she and then if she good, she got the Kleenex with the lotion.
Kleenex with the lotion with the aloe vera.
With the aloe. She got the lotion with the aloe. But all of these things are set in motion. Like somebody is in charge, rounds up everybody, makes the calls, make sure that cousin Junior know where Junior is gonna be during the proceedings.
Right.
And you telling me that Junior said, "I'm gonna do it. I got you," and then Junior ain't show up.
Junior was like, "I don't know what happened. I set my alarm because it was at 10 in the morning.
10 in the morning, and how you missing the alarm at 10 in the morning?
Still ain't make it, bro. So I'm sitting there, right? I'm sitting there and I'm listening to they're going through the program.
Junior.
And then on top of that, not even just that. So recently at two of the prior three funerals, it would have been three in a row. They've been playing videos. They take pictures, they put them in like a PowerPoint presentation and they throw some montage. They montage.
I got you.
Right. Why you have technical difficulties?
Fam, we just been through two more of these. Like, how do you not work up the kinks by now? We the same family. At the end of the day, the person who just did the other two should know what they doing by now. Like, come on, Junie.
Now, Grant.
Junie, like, June. My man Jim. Like, first of all, Junior ain't show up, so the other Junior, you know, they got to call him Junior.
Yeah, yeah.
So like Junie,
But it's not just normal Junior. It's Junior with his last name after the last name, right? So it's like Junior Johnson, or like, you know, Junior James, or, you know, Junior Bell, something like that. You know what I mean?
I mean, like, but like, you know the family though. The family be like, you know, like, what Junie you talking about? Junie. Like, you know, like, does we don't do like, you know, we don't do a whole lot of that, but we do like we do that only to placate the old people to make sure that they got that straight. But we know Junie from Junie. Like, we know, we know Junie from Junie.
Right. So I'm tempted the whole time to get up and go back there and say, do they need help with this technical? Do they need technical help? Because I can go back here and figure out something. I can figure out a line in, direct in, somewhere to play something.
No, but see what had happened was, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna go back there and you're gonna help them fix the problem. And either two things are gonna happen.
All right.
One, you now become the technical expert for all of this, or you now become the fixer for all of it because Junior ain't show up. So now you got to be Junior in this in the proceedings here. And when the next time something happened, Lord forbid, when something else happens,
I don't need to see any more funerals.
They're gonna call you. And they're gonna call you because if this thing goes sideways, you got to be the savior of it all.
Right.
Unless it's your funeral, which they still gonna be like,
where you at though?
Where you at though?
Where though?
I mean, the PowerPoint is not.
It's not.
We need somebody to do some things right now.
Right.
And then, like, you know, the take me with them lady is gonna pause for a moment, walk to your casket and tap you on the shoulder and be like, "You dead? Like, we need you." Like, yeah, but she got to whisper because in the middle of her take me with them, like, she gotta put on a brave face. She be like, "You sure you dead? Like, you sure you dead? Like, we need you right now. Your PowerPoint ain't working, B."
Right. Like, we don't know what to do. What'd you do last time? Give us a sign. Yeah. So yeah, man, it was an interesting day, and being in the funeral right next to the person who got to show out, like, that's uncomfortable, B. That's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable. I was there, and it had to be that way. So, needless to say, I tried to be there to support my cousin, let him know, but I was trying to keep the riled up person calm, and it was an exercise in futility and frustration, you know, because they just want to show.
It's like, trying to be the one to wrangle that person at the funeral.
It's tough.
It's tough. Like trying to keep control of a grown ass 6-year-old that just then had all the candy.
Man, it's even worse. It's like trying to calm down your dog when another neighborhood dog is showing its teeth at your dog. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
your dog, he's not just gonna show me his teeth right now.
Show me his teeth
right now.
You better tuck them teeth in. You know what I'm saying?
You better pull your teeth all the way back right now. Like right now. I'm a dog around this piece. I'm gonna need you tuck all your teeth in. Put your tail down. Put your head down. Tuck your teeth in right now. No.
Not later.
I know you my owner, you my man's in them, but he just bared his teeth at me right now. Like,
you've seen it though, right? You've seen that happen, right? You see the dogs walk around in a circle and they don't know what to do.
I know he just like clap his balls together. Like, I know this is not just happened to me right now. I need him to tuck his teeth in right now because it's about to be a dog ass problem right now.
Right now. Right now. It is old.
Oh, that's a Showtime, a dog ass problem.
Telling you, man.
Or tuck your teeth in. Like,
I like tuck your teeth in, man.
You're not gonna put ass on the joke,
but yeah, man. You know that's how it is, though, right? Like being.
I know exactly what it is. Like, yo, for real. I knew we was gonna have a problem. I tried to say what's up to my man's and sniff his butt real quick. And he tried to play me. He got to turn to the side a little bit, ain't turn all the way around, and he kept looking at me the whole time. And I'm like, bruh, what is the problem right now? Like, I mean, for real. Like, we for real. Like, I'm the man around these peeps. I do this. I'm gonna need you to tuck your teeth in right now. Or it's about to be a whole problem, a whole dog ass problem right now. Like, it's about to be. Man. And then, like, you know that when they start pacing,
when the dogs start pacing, and you don't know, you're like, man, you're about to blow up because you've seen it in the hood, right? It's like life imitates art, imitate life. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's crazy out here, Mike.
Oh my God, I ain't laughed this hard in weeks. I needed that.
Right, man. Right. Oh man. But yeah, man. But so imagine trying to wrangle that dog, right? You know what I'm saying? Imagine trying to wrangle the alpha dog who just got his teeth. Somebody showed their teeth at the alpha dog, and that alpha dog acting wild.
You're not just gonna do this in my neighborhood.
Hey, you not about. I know you didn't just. You know what I mean? And it's like when you trying to pull somebody down, be like, hey, calm down. You're just like, man, this is so frustrating, right? It's such a hard thing to do, man. Right. So, and it's crazy. It's crazy because not even that, like everyone kind of expected it, right? Mm-hmm. Because of the proximity of how close this person was to the deceased, right? So, kind of expected that to go down. But yeah, man. So yeah, it was difficult to say the least, man. But it was a beautiful day, Mike. And like, it wasn't like last week where it rained so bad I had to get my suits dry cleaned. Like, it was a beautiful day, dog. It was legit. I think it's about 70 degrees outside. You know what I mean? And it was really, really a beautiful day, man. And so yeah, man, I was a little sad just because it's like, man, you know, my aunt, you know, she's really my cousin, but the proximity of her to my mom, they're kind of like sisters or whatnot. So I was like, man, she deserved, you know, better go on away, man. I needed Ray and them to show up. I needed the tech to work, you know, and I didn't need the bulldog out there. I didn't need the bulldog out there showing out. You know what I mean? So, but otherwise, you know, so prayers go up for my cousin. If you guys are prayers, and send one up for Kerbin, send one up for the Colbert family and the Alexander family, man, because we kind of need that right now. It is, it's been rough these past few months, man. So as many funerals as months. So yeah, it's been crazy. So, but Mike, so I want to say this, and we'll talk about it a little bit in gaming, but you know what? I'll hold it for gaming because I want to get to this topic. Because outside of what we've been like consumption, this is all I got. So, Mike, have you ever been in a situation where everybody's getting cool stuff but you? And okay, so that's kind of how I feel with this with this voter suppression thing going on in Georgia, man. It's like everybody else in the world can vote, but but you black people. Like,
Yeah, well, I can't vote.
like,
So I'm way deep in this because I cannot vote.
now why can't you vote?
Because being here is not like how it was in Newport News, where the city of Richmond does not recognize my address as a valid address because I live at a commercial building. So
Mm.
I personally cannot vote because I do not have a valid address, and I have no way to appeal to them to prove that I do
Your
actually
residence?
live here.
Well, if you have bills, if you have any bills in your name, that would help.
Yeah, but my bills don't come here because
Right.
I'm not supposed to receive mail here, so I got a PO box.
Right. I remember that situation. So yeah, that does make it difficult. Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
that's a little loud. That does make it difficult. Um, that is a complicated situation, man.
yeah,
So with Oklahoma, they recognize things. You know, of course, your voter registration is recognized on the state level, but yes, you do have to abide by municipal rules, right? So it does make it slightly more cumbersome and a little more difficult. But I hope you get that alleviated, man, because I feel everyone should vote. I feel everyone should have that right.
you know
And
what? I'm a voter,
mhm,
but I'm a voter for one very specific reason.
what's that?
I'm a voter so people can't tell me I can't say nothing because I didn't vote. Like, I'm not really a voter because I really think up until the last presidential election, I was very much one of those people that's like, I don't get too deep into politics because I only have one part of this, and that one part is my vote. But I've never felt like my vote counted for much
Well, I
until
mean,
the last presidential election, which by chance Virginia went blue. But
right.
so
What you
like
keep reminding me.
yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that to death. Like, that's gonna be like, for real. Like, when the travesty of this presidency is over, I'm still gonna remind people that he ain't in there because of us.
Right.
And he won't dare, and he won't go, I mean, he's pretty much on tab to win that 20, because now they talking about Hillary again, and that's not the move. That's
No.
not the move. And like, I don't think, like, why would she want to go through this again? Like, even like from that perspective,
Right.
like,
Yeah,
you
and
got
that's a tough one.
you got like a super embarrassing defeat at the hands of an absolute buffoon.
It's not even so much the defeat. It's the fact that everyone was saying we just don't want her.
Yeah, and
And
it's just,
and that's, to me, that's what's sad.
so this my suggestion, my strong suggestion.
Uh-huh.
We gonna do the Ender's Game thing.
I didn't see Ender's Games. You're
Okay,
gonna have to
so
elaborate.
the beginning, the Ender's Game, Ender was chosen, like, you had to kind of register to have more than two children in this version of the world.
Okay.
There was overpopulation, blah blah blah, whatever. So like, they commissioned Ender's parents to have another child because they thought that the parents were intelligent enough to create the child that they wanted. His older brother was too hard. The middle daughter was too soft. So they wanted to try to see if they could get something really in between.
Mm.
And for us, it's gotta be Chelsea, bro. Like, it gotta be Chelsea. We gotta run Chelsea right now, bro. We gotta do that. We got to.
No, I can't. I can't ride because I don't know what she
Because
stands on
we
anything.
think
And
mama
her
mama is too
association. Her,
mama is too hard. Daddy is too soft.
no,
We only got her.
I can't. I can't ride with that. Here's the thing.
I know. I'm just playing.
I know.
I don't believe none of this. Like, I don't believe none of this.
But no, man. Like, just thinking about it though, the problem is, and I've mentioned it before, but the problem is, man, I'm too conservative to be considered a Democrat, but I'm not aloof enough and I won't say aloof enough, but I just don't buy into the party enough to be a Republican, right? So
Right.
for me,
You're a
it's
centrist like myself.
I don't think. I think the problem is that we try to label everything too much, right? So, but yeah,
I'm more.
centrist means kind of floats in between, kind of has beliefs and values that kind of pull from both, right? So that's where I am. But the problem is there's no one out there that represents that. And that's an issue. And the problem is, even if it is, the way that the party system and the funds and the money and the advertising is set up, that person wouldn't win, right? And
Burn it.
that person would be lucky to even get their issues heard. So
Burn it.
burn it.
Bernie.
Oh, Bernie. Bernie is strange, dog. Like,
Yeah, but like I mean, like people still like mad about like Bernie getting shafted by the Democrats,
DNC.
but I'm like this, bro. Your man's ain't become a Democrat until he wanted to run for president. He was independent until that point.
Right.
That's not their man's. Like, so of course they're not gonna roll by a dude who just showed up. Yeah. Like, it's like, you know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like, you alpha, right?
Yep.
You alpha. And that's like saying, like, you know, like there's a running for like king of the college or something like that,
right? King of the yard.
And you only can be an alpha or a Q dog. But then you got this dude that's a Kappa that all of a sudden wanted to rep alpha so that he can go up against the Q dog.
Right. Now, I know what you're saying,
but the alphas are like, that's not my man's,
right?
Like, you know what I mean? Like, he just came over here just so he can run against the Q dog. Like, that's not how this works. Like, and that's not how this works in any walk of life. In any walk of life where there's a group structure, and like, you're not just gonna join my group at the last minute and think I'm supposed to be all about you.
Right. No, that's valid. It's a valid concern. It's a valid remark. So being concerned about that, like, it's hard enough to find.
45 is really a Q dog in disguise, right?
You bogus, man. You bogus. I ain't even gonna put that on the cues like that.
Okay, so let's just look, let's just test our theory, right? Whoever's in charge of this, I want you to listen to me very, very clearly. When the one time where 45 is being announced to give an address, put on Atomic Dog instead of Hail to the Chief, and let's just see what happens. Let's just see what happens. That's all I want to do. Like, all I want to do is just see what happens, and like let this theory die right then and there, or let it survive right then and there. I need you to do this with me one time. Whoever's in charge of this, just switch out Hail to the Chief, or you know what? Do a mashup of Hail to the Chief and Atomic Dog and see what happens.
Wow, you silly, man. Silly, man.
I can hear it now. Hail to the Chief. Mm-mm. Hail to the Chief. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, Hail to the Chief.
Yeah.
Hail to the Chief.
I see you. Now,
I got it. It's in my head now. Have you ever seen? Okay, I know you're not a Kendrick fan, right? I know you're not a Kendrick fan. You're not a Kendrick fan, but somebody put a Kendrick song to the backing track of "Take on Me."
What?
And it works perfectly, bro. It works absolutely perfectly. I don't know why this works, but it does.
Wow.
Okay, but before we move on, or before we move to the next thing, or before we stay here, I got one question. Are you? I know you kind of get in the you're in the hip hop, but you're not really that deep into it most times. Are you a Dilla head?
I don't even know who that is.
Okay, then it don't matter. Then what I'm about to say don't matter. But Jay Dilla is a Detroit representative. He gone too soon. Rest in peace, Jay Dilla. He produced a lot of stuff that you probably heard. Like, he produced a lot of stuff like Common and like that type of stuff.
Word up.
But somebody released a mixtape of J Dilla beats with Marvin Gaye singing over him.
What?
Man, listen. There is nothing in this world more perfect than somebody who understands how to mash things up.
Oh, really?
Like for real. But then also, oh, let me tell you, I did some paintings yesterday, and this is a different subject. But like, if you care about Dilla, like Dilla could have been the GOAT if he didn't have a disease and he passed away way too early. But I was painting yesterday, and I made about 4 paintings. Only one of them I actually like. I hate the other 3.
Of course.
But I'm still gonna put out the videos anyway. I already put out pictures. One of them I'm jacked up, like real bad, like real bad. But I was listening to your boy Mark the whole time.
Really?
Because he got his music on the streaming services, so I was listening through Google Music. So like all of his stuff is there. What's up, Glovebox? I see you, dog.
Glovebox up in this piece? What up, dog? Put you up in here, man. But no, man.
Hail to them skins, bro.
Hey, they showed up.
They were celebrating like they won the Super Bowl, bro.
I mean, it's been a minute since they beat Dallas, though. It's been a minute.
It's been 2 years, right?
Well, I guess since it counted, right? Because Kirk Cousins, I guess, doesn't really count. Well, I mean, not right. Kirk Cousins, but who's the quarterback before Cousins? I can't even recall now, man. But no, Cousins. No, it was Cousins. Cousins would have been when they were there. When they won, sure would have. But no, man. So, but no, Mike. So
no, hold on. He put the HTTR, the acronym.
Yeah, I see it.
It always makes me think that y'all haters. Like it's hater. Like I don't understand. Like no one sees the hater in that. Like I see it. I mean, I just see y'all as a bunch of haters. Like,
bogus, man. But no, Mike. So, like with the voter registration thing, man, like Georgia, they've had some issues. So, number one, there were an entire bus of people going to go vote, like Democrats, and then they stopped the bus, brother. They made them get off the bus, and like, no, you ain't going. Everybody else voting today, but you,
bruh.
And then, go ahead,
bruh. I'm gonna say this. I don't understand why they made them get off the bus. Well, actually, I know why they made them get off the bus. To prevent them from doing the thing that they are constitutionally protected to be able to do. And y'all are trying to circumvent everything that you were supposed to stand for. Like at the last time I checked, your boy 45 when the election happened, he was talking all kinds of noise about the Democrats sending dead people to vote.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They found out that wasn't none of that true. Like it's like the percentage of people that could have been in that was extremely small.
Yeah, that was less than 2% or something like that.
And then he found out he won, and then all that went away.
Oh yeah, he was like, "Oh, never mind, we good."
All that went away until it's time for y'all to. It's time for another election, and now all of y'all is like, you're doing whatever you can to suppress the votes of minorities. Like, really, bruh? Like this, I thought this was what y'all was supposed to be about. Y'all was supposed to be about protecting the Constitution and all of that other stuff. I thought this was what y'all was supposed to be about. But then again, like when you think about like what y'all was supposed to be about before, like limited government and blah blah blah, whatever, y'all been overreaching since W. Like y'all been way overreaching since W, and y'all completely abandon your core values. This is supposed to be a core value of yours, and now all of a sudden it's not. And then every time you talk about like the Democrats or whatever like that, you try to mention that the Democrats are the ones that were pro-slavery. That's cool, but but they changed just like y'all did.
Right. Like that's the thing. Both parties have changed in many different ways. But
they flip floppers. All of them. They flip floppers.
But so Mike. So not just getting people off the buses, man. but the Georgia exact match law, right? So now everything, all your registration has to match up exactly. If your middle initial isn't right, if your junior isn't on there like it's supposed to be, if your name is misspelled from one piece of registration to the next, you can't vote.
But
They
yeah,
don't
they
tell
had
you
this.
to get
They had
there that
they
it's
had this. They had this the same kind of rules in Virginia, which is why I could not vote in the first W election.
it's
Um,
tough.
like, bruh, let me tell you what they did. So, like, I changed my address changed, and so I went in to vote where I thought I was supposed to vote,
Yep.
and they told me, nah, you're not supposed to be here. And then they called the other place and told them that I wasn't allowed because I showed up to the wrong place.
See, that's wrong because if you show up to the wrong place, you should still be able to go vote because they didn't let you vote, so
They
you're not
called
double voting.
they straight up held on to my ID long enough for somebody to call.
Yeah, that's see that's disingenuous. That's dishonest. Like that should never happen. And then, um,
Extremely.
and so the problem is that not only that, so the governor who was on the ballot in Georgia held up 53,000 applications. Like he's not he's on the ballot, but he's currently the Secretary of State. If you know anything about state government, the Secretary of State is the department or is the cabinet that handles all of the voting stuff. Generally, your voter election board is looped in under Secretary of State. So with that, he, even though he's up for election, is holding up about applications for about 53,000 people, the majority of which are black, which would not vote for the incumbent Secretary of State, Republican gubernatorial candidate. So a lot of people are making the accusations because keep in mind in government ethics, there does not have to be any intent of unethical behavior. Simply the appearance of unethical behavior is justification. So it's a very, very, very thin line between appearance and actually being called on it. So I am having problems processing this, man. I'm having issues because, like Trevor Noah said, he made a hilarious joke, and I made it the other day. And I gave him credit and everything, but he said, he's like, in order to like suppress someone's vote, you don't really have to call them out by name. You just really have to do something that that only a certain group of people do. He was like, so for instance, if I didn't want any white people to vote in this election, I would say, hey guys, no pumpkin spice lattes in the voting booth. That'd be it. He's like, that'll be it. No, there'd be no pumpkin spice lattes in the in the voter booth, and you know who would all be in there? Not white people. And so it's true. And it's true though. So if you look at all of these rules and everything that's set up that way, man, like it's so blatant. But here's the thing: they're just gonna say, "Hey, it's one state; it's not gonna matter." But what happened when North Carolina was trying to change their voter laws a couple of years ago? You know what I mean? And then we heard about it on Bomani's show and these things like that. So I don't understand why people aren't holding people's feet to the fire. And
We're
I
not
guess
holding their
out of
feet
sight,
to
out of
the
mind.
fire. We're not holding their feet to the fire because the people are doing this are the people in charge and they want to stay in charge. And they have way too many people that's still about that life and they're not going to change.
Right.
They're not going to change. They're not going to change until we make them change, but they're not going to make us making them change easy. That's what it is. They not going they don't want us to enact the change that we are supposed to be able to do. Like we are supposed to be able to vote them out. If we don't think that they doing right, we supposed to be able to vote them out.
Yeah.
Now, like what they doing, like all they gonna do is just like there's gonna be a whole bunch of people on the sidelines with the whoopee fingers, like the two you do right by me. Like that's the only thing that these people can do because like the moment we try to get together, take a bus to go because you shut down the polling place, like we try to take a bus to go do our constitutionally protected thing, you make us get off the bus and you just keep making it harder and harder and harder to do something that should be very simple. This should be very simple. Like, let me go to this place, let me cast my ballot, and let me go about my business, and I have to live with the rest of whatever everybody else decided. I got to live with that.
Right.
And
Right. Right.
the thing is that these Republicans are like, no, we don't have to live with that. Like we just gonna make this what we need it to be. And that's just it's wrong. It's un-American. It's
Yeah.
vastly un-American to just try to just try to circumvent the process that has been set in place for years,
Yeah.
hundreds of years. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is the process. This is what the foundation, this is the foundation of this country. And they're just like, what foundation?
Right.
We in the clouds, bro. I'm gonna need you to get like me. Like,
Right.
that's basically what it is.
Yeah. So in Georgia about the bus thing, I want to make it stated. I want to make it clear that the county commissioner said that it was a safety thing. They stopped the bus because normally the public transportation provides for those folks transportation to the homes, and so they felt like they weren't familiar with the organization, which is Black Votes Matter. Who were putting the bus together? They said they weren't familiar with the organization, and they thought that those people may have they just weren't sure, so they may have thought that they were at risk or liability was being skirted somehow. Look, man, that's a load of rubbish to me. Like, it's honestly a load of rubbish. I just I get frustrated, but again, what am I going to do? Like, what am I going to say? How are we going to alleviate this? There's not much I can do regarding this particular issue, right? So, man, all I can do is pray, bro. Like, that's it. That's all I can do is pray, man. All I can do is pray that somebody figures this thing out, because what we have going now ain't working.
What we got to do is, like, put some money together, like group economics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hire Whoopi Goldberg to go put the fingers on the president. Like, we need to do that.
Hire Whoopi Goldberg. She's still around. She can still make it happen.
They can still make this happen. Like, we need her to go put the Whoopi fingers on 45.
It's silly, man.
Do that.
All right, man. So, Mike, let's get into. I am 5 episodes in to Daredevil, and okay. I know you are.
I'm finished.
Yeah, I know you done.
Okay,
you done.
So but here's the thing. Here's the thing. No spoilers. But like all of these Marvel shows, they kind of follow a similar formula to whereas like it's all like world building until like 6 or 7 is when there's the twist.
Right.
And I started watching this at work.
Yeah.
I started watching it at work. I watched like the first episode and a half at work. I came home and watched some more, and I was like, man, I don't think, like, I'm supposed to be doing a lot of things. And that's why I ended up painting yesterday, because like I couldn't tear myself away, bro. Like, it was that good. Every moment, Friday and Saturday that I had a free moment, I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and do this. I stayed up 3 o'clock in the morning because I couldn't just let it be.
Bro, you gotta just let it be. I've had to.
I couldn't, because every episode ends with something where you just have to see what happens next. Like, I was absorbed by the world, and like I think in my opinion,
okay,
Daredevil season 3 is my current favorite season of any of these Marvel Netflix shows.
It's really good right now. I mean it's solid.
It's riveting TV.
Like, bro, I'm just gonna say this. When certain someone had to get out of the prison, bruh.
Yeah, it was one. That scene was like one of those. It was like the stairwell, bro. That was the stairwell. And they do one of those. They done
2 of those already. They done 2 of those already.
I'm saying every season. I was about to say every season they do one of those, like, real deal, pretty, like, fight for your life type situations.
Oh, son.
And like, and the stakes of it, like, right. You know what I mean? The stakes of it, and then that phone call, and it was like that gotcha moment from the phone call, and like all of these things are converging, and it's like, oh no, I have messed up here. Like, yeah, I messed up, man. This is a
Bro.
problem.
Oh man, it's so it right now. Okay, so I get a little frustrated with Matt because of some of the decisions that he makes.
I will say that he's not wrong. He
But
ends up
he ain't right.
he looks wrong. He looks wrong right now, but certain characters' motivation turn at certain points, and you realize that Matt was not wrong to be like, I gotta do this. I gotta take him off of here. Like, and that's me. It's on me right now. I can't put this on anybody else, because when everybody else gets involved, they end up doing like stuff that validates Matt. But in the end, like, even though he's validated, he realizes that, you know, it's the typical TV thing. Like, you got a team, the team kind of goes their separate ways and they all kind of doing their own thing. But in order to get past an obstacle, you realize you really need all of the team, and especially you may need some more help than the team. I loved the Nadeem story.
Look, it's pretty interesting. I don't like Nadeem, no, man. He's kind of a jerk. But he kind of has to be in the work that he does. So
there's a twist. It's coming. It's coming.
I can't wait, man. All I'm gonna say is this, and like we said, no spoilers, because we hate giving spoilers out here. Daredevil season 3. The writing is really spectacular. The action, as always, is legit. I think it is an entertaining ride for anyone who has enjoyed any of this Marvel universe whatsoever, and you would be remiss to miss out on this. Straight up.
Absolutely. And somebody noticed in one of the episodes, I'm not sure which, there is a piece of music from Mass Effect.
I heard it.
I didn't catch it.
I heard
did not catch it.
I heard it. I was like, what?
It has to be pretty early, because when I found out, I was just like, I must have already passed it and didn't notice.
I heard it, bro. I was like,
and apparently there's a song from the most recent Zelda in there, like a piece of music from Zelda in there somewhere also. But since I don't know Zelda like that, like that's not my man's in them. Like,
that's not your get down. That's not your get down.
I did, however, meet someone, phone call like today. I did actually meet someone named Zelda. I didn't know that was actually a thing outside of Robin Williams' daughter. But yeah, I actually met someone named Zelda today.
Man, that's crazy, man. Yeah, man. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening, if you're watching, get on it. I don't know what you're waiting on. Like, it's better than, man. It is so well done. It is
I'm trying to tell my girl, like, you need to finish Iron Fist, because you need to watch this.
It is
watch this as soon as possible.
It is well done. It is really, really good. So all right, Mike. So we both been on that. What else you been on, bro?
The Good Place is still. I'm watching on the NBC website, which has all the ads. Despite my ad block, it has all the ads, like all along.
Oh yeah.
All along. Like, it has like every single one of them. And like there was one point where it was an ad break, and they played the same ad like between 4 and 6 times in a row. I stopped counting, because I'm like, yo, y'all just serving me the same ad over and over again.
Right.
It's bad. And then my DC TV started back up.
Okay.
So I'm back on that.
Cool.
Arrow.
Man, I've been watching last season's Arrow on Netflix, And yeah, man, Arrow is getting quite good, man.
This
And so
the turn on last season of Arrow, when you realize who the real bad guy is the whole time, it's like, ooh, didn't see that one coming.
oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
didn't see that
I
one
must not be
coming.
there yet. I'm almost there. Yeah. Oh, yes, 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 yes. No, I did kind of see that coming because that dude is a heck of an actor, man.
Yes.
I just saw that. That dude's a heck of an actor, though.
Yeah, and like both of them, like
Yeah, yeah.
both of the big bads from that season are hell of actors. One from the one that I know mostly from Lost. The other one I know from Oz and other things.
Well, so the dude that was on Lost, he did the show with Jim Caviezel, who played the homeless man. What was it? People of Interest. That was
Yeah,
the show. That
you
was the
know,
show.
but Jim Caviezel was Jesus, so like that's
Right.
like, you know, he was Jesus. So like,
Right.
but
Right.
so all you gotta do is say, man, he was in the show with Jesus, because that dude's gonna be Jesus forever. Like, he's gonna be Jesus forever. Because I
Right.
mean, how many millions did Passion of the Christ make? Like,
Yeah.
he was Jesus. Like, it's
Right.
like one of those things. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm I'm, my girl is watching a TV show, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's a Netflix show, and I cannot think of the name of it. But it stars the homie that was in 6 Feet Under and played Dexter.
I don't know what show you're talking about. I watched Dexter 1 or 2 episodes.
The guy who plays Dexter.
Right, right. No, I know what you're saying, but
Yeah,
I can't remember his face. I only watched two
yeah, but
episodes.
he also plays in 6 Feet Under. But he's in this show. It's a British show, and he has a British accent. And every time I walk in the room while she's watching this, I'm just like, something's not right here. Like, something's not right here. I looked it up, and my man is from North Carolina. So, like, he's from
Right.
Raleigh. Like, my man from Raleigh is not supposed to sound like this. But yeah, so like, you know, seeing people like I mean that dude has pretty much become Dexter. He is Dexter.
Right, right.
Even though I knew him from 6 Feet Under first. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I knew him from
Yeah,
6 Feet Under,
yeah.
but like, he is Dexter, and he's always gonna be Dexter. And that's the same way we got to be about Jesus. Like that.
Right.
That dude is
Same way.
Same way. He's Jesus forever, bro.
He is, man. He is, man. So anyway, I love People of Interest. The full thing is now on Netflix, man. If you hadn't watched that show is really, really good. It's really well written.
Is that the one that's kind of like Nouveau Batman?
Kind of, where he built a system where they can identify people with facial recognition,
Yeah,
and
I
audio
heard one
and
of
stuff.
those shows like that is kind of like, you do realize it's just Batman, right?
Right.
Like,
Yeah. No, it's pretty darn good. It's pretty good.
Kind of like Arrow. Like, Arrow is just like he Batman. He Batman with a bow.
Right. And
you
green.
Know what I mean?
Like, that's it.
He Batman with a bow and he green. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, Batman and the Green Lantern had a baby.
Silly, man. All right. And so what else you been playing, man? I know you've been up on you've been playing Rimworld, right?
Yeah, the official 1.0 has launched. After 5 years of being in early access, the official 1.0 has officially launched. Now, I will say that it was supposed to be the last update, but they said they still have some things to fix. So 1.0 became beta 19. But the official 1.0 is basically beta 19 with bug fixes.
Okay.
They added in like a few things, but not really a whole lot. It's 19 with bug fixes.
All right. Cool, man.
And like, I have my little town that I started at 19, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm waiting for a lot of my mods that I use to be updated for 1.0, so that I can, you know, there's some things that at this point in playing that game are very essential.
Okay.
And like, I need my essentials back, bro, because like, playing through the base game is exhausting without some of the things that the mods provide.
Okay, I got you.
And a lot of the mods were integrated into the official game, like prosthetics and stuff like that. Like, all of that stuff was integrated into the game. But like, there's some extra ones, like the allow tool is like essential for RimWorld play, like for sustained RimWorld play.
Okay.
And
Word up.
I got 300 hours. I got 300 hours in RimWorld. So
Man,
like, so
that's a lot of play.
I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, so there's some things. No, I don't have. I have over 200. Like, let me clarify. I got 231 hours. I just looked at my Steam.
Word up.
Um, so there's some things that are essential. There's some other things that just add stuff to the game, but like there's some things that are essential, like the allow tool. And as I understand it, it just got updated, so we're gonna have to do that.
Word up. Word up. So, Mike, you mentioned 231 hours. I am up to 91 hours on my Dragon Age Inquisition playthrough on PC right now.
Okay, that's your current playthrough, but it's not all time, is it?
No, that's just my current playthrough. This
Bro,
will be my third time going through the game, man.
it's like that meme. There's a meme, right? But you know that meme where it's the guy walking with the lady and he's turning back looking at the other lady?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it says the guy, his name is the Witcher. The lady that he's with, it says main story, and the other lady he's looking at says side quests. Like, that seems to be your Dragon Age situation right
Man, no, it's really well done on PC in particular, but I really enjoyed it on Xbox One. It is thick, dog. Like there's so much to do. The side quests are there's a lot of them. Not all of them are great, but you can do a couple ones on each and every map has its own specific set of side quests, and it's just a lot to do. It's simply a lot to do, a lot of story, a lot of missions to do at the operating table. It's cool, man. And every time you log back in, if you set it up just right, then all of your agents are ready to report in with things that they've done, and it's pretty cool, man. So I am still digging that game, still liking that game quite a bit. But Mike, we talked about Project Stream a little bit, or was going to talk about a little bit last week with Google's game streaming service,
Yeah,
bruh.
we talked about that. We talked about infrastructure and why
Yeah.
this sounds like it sounds like a better idea than the implementation may be.
So I played it today. I got in. Word. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So here's the thing. The first couple of times, oh man, and I don't even know why they popped up the windows. How was your experience? Rate your experience. Because the first couple of times they kept crashing and it would go for a second and it would kick me right out and go for a second and kick me right out. And I'm like, what is going on? Because they let you do a stream test, and I knew my stream test was good because I'm wired. And then about that third time, I'm like, oh, let me just try one more time. Then it got to running. Then the stream cleared up, and then it looked really, really good, right? And then you were surprised at the latency. There's not that much. There's not that much latency between your inputs and what happens in the game, and it's a beautiful game, man. And I'm like, if it streams at about the same amount of or the same rate that YouTube or something like that streams, it could probably be manageable. But there's no startup. It's like, you remember like in the old days where you clicked on your old console, like not the one where you powered up and has a whole front screen stuff, has a splash screen, but you clicked on your console and had the game in and went straight to the screen. That's how this was. Like you turn it on, boom.
Speaking of startup, did you see the thing about the Xbox One X Taco Bell edition?
Yeah, I did, with a little ring around it.
Yeah,
with the bell.
When you press the button, instead of the beeps that it normally has, it plays the little Taco Bell bell.
I know it, man. That's crazy, man. I've been trying to win one of those things, but you know what? You got to eat at Taco Bell, and unless I can win buying center sticks, I'm not buying anything from Taco.
I went Friday. I did. I went and I put my code in, and it was just like, nah, son, you ain't
Nah, B. I really want one of those, man. I really want one of those.
I'm getting to the point where, I mean, I'm not really playing a lot, but I'm starting to get the itch for something new. I mean, whether it's an X or whether it's I looked into a Vita.
Okay.
So for something to play at work. I looked into a Vita. Do you know brand new Vitas are still $250?
They pricey. That's why I've been looking on eBay, man. You can get a decent one for about 100. You can get one like the special edition ones with games and stuff for about 100. A lot of times they come with a battery. A lot of times they'll also come with a memory card, which is a smaller memory card, but it'll still come with them.
Yeah, bruh. It's that the
Oh, sorry, you said Vita. I'm thinking PSP. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I look for a Vita, and I'm like, bruh, what is we doing right now? Like, why is this still like so? It's a complete afterthought to Sony, but it's still so expensive. Why is this so expensive? Like, just
yes,
like at this point, just knock that jank down to a hundo, maybe $150, and let's call this a day.
But the problem is, people still out there trying to buy these things. And my thing is this, like the cell phone, right? The cell phone that I got, bruh, it's even though this is a little $200 cell phone, it's quite powerful. It's not as quick as I want it to be because it only has 3 gigs of RAM, but it has 3 gigs of RAM. You know what I'm saying? Like I could probably get on here, snap this thing into a little controller handle, because I've already connected my one of my Xbox One controllers to this thing. Put this on my phone, turn it sideways. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I already got this in my pocket. You don't need to convince me to take it, right? So I'm concerned because Huawei actually came out on their new P20 Pro. They said, "Hey, this thing is actually better than a Switch in your pocket," and people laughed at them like. But then there was articles like, should they really have laughed? Because
because I seen somebody play, and they have a gamer edition phone. That I seen someone play. They were playing PUBG on that thing, and it was running smooth. Other than the fact that they were playing, they was using the screen. Like, man, that thing was running.
Yeah, and here's the thing. So they've accelerated my phone, Mike. They've updated it to include I'm getting a new skin wrap or whatever, but they've updated it to use the GPU acceleration, the turbo boost that they've used in new phones, and this phone has the same architecture, so it's going to be coming to this one soon. So I'm looking forward to that. But this could also be streamed out to a big screen too. So if you're not just traveling with it, if you wanted to sit down and just game and pull that up, you can just do that. Flip it to your screen, output it to your big screen, and keep rolling.
Word up.
So just so people know, man. But Mike, man, like that's really about it, dog. We've been here an hour and 2 minutes. So man, get into your shout outs, dog.
Man, shout out to the people. Get back on them DC shows. They're all pretty good. I'm not going back to Supergirl if I can help it.
Can't do it.
But I have seen the pictures from the crossover.
Oh yeah,
the pictures that I've seen have been very interesting. They were filming at the Smallville house.
What? Somebody said.
As I understand, they got Rosenbaum, dog.
Rosenbaum, that's my dude, man.
They got Rosenbaum.
Okay, I'm in.
Come back as Lex. He's back as Lex.
I'm back in. He's the best Lex ever, still.
And Superman was wearing an all-black Superman suit. And people don't know whether it's the After Death of Superman black suit or it's the Injustice black suit.
What?
We don't know yet.
What? Hey, all right, I'm in.
No, I'm gonna tell you. This is I'm gonna put you on. The Flash and the Green Arrow switch places.
Nice. Oh, my question
because they redesigned the Flash suit without the chin strap. And everybody was like, why'd you do that without the chin strap? Because in the crossover, Arrow is in the suit and he has the beard. And like, that,
man, I don't even tell me. I kind of wish, even though I know it's not in the same universe, Black Lightning get tossed up in that piece. That would be greatness, B. It would be greatness.
I think they're kind of slide like slick slide and Slidell through that. because they are now really strongly in Black Lightning referring to the people with abilities as metahumans and all of that kind of stuff.
Oh,
Like, because because
nice.
they the first season they kind of just referred to them as green light babies and all of this other stuff, but no, they are actually like full on calling them metahumans.
See, here's the thing. It needs to be because Black Lightning is actually cool, man. That show is actually pretty good.
Bro,
And
there was in the last episode there was a lean on me moment, and I was like,
what?
there was a lean on me moment at the end
Nice, nice,
of the
nice.
second episode of Black Lightning. There
So
was
they
a
only
lean
on
on.
episode 2, so that means I can still catch the app and get caught up then. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Cool, cool,
and
cool.
CW app, CW website does work with the ad block that's on the that you can put on Chrome. Watch that joint on your computer. Do not watch it on the CW app because that joint got all the ads, bruh.
Okay,
All of them.
okay. So you're gonna have to send me that. Throw that in the chat box or whatever, man. The ad block, because I need to get that in there right now. So, all right, man. Well, I have shout outs to my boy Glovebox for dropping in, checking in on us live, man. Really appreciate it.
What's up, dog?
Have some shout outs for my classmates. I'm starting another class, Mike. So, when I was in Virginia last year, I took 170 while I'm in contracting 270. So it's the intermediate version of this class, of that class. And so it's just pricing, man. It's just math. I love it. So it's gonna be all good. But so shout outs to them, and shout outs to you guys for listening, man. Just really hooking us up, man. We really appreciate it. Again, I'll be participating in Extra Life. Please get out there and support your boy. I got a page out there. It'll be in the show notes. I mean, try to hit us up and try to support. I'm trying to raise a couple of $100 here for Meef's Hospital down there, man. So that being said, everyone, thank you so much for watching and or listening to. Okay, it's AdGuard ad blocker. All right.
Okay, but I'm gonna tell you something about AdGuard ad blocker before you completely wrap this up.
Yeah.
If you go to a gaming website, the moment you try to do anything on that website, they're gonna be like, bruh, come on, you got an ad block on here. This is how we pay our bills. Do you really want to do that? Yes. And you have to pretty much do that every time.
Oh, okay. All right, got you. But everybody, thank you so much for listening to and or watching Facetious 144. We will be back in your ears and in front of your eyeballs again, hopefully next week. That'll be my second week in class. So until then, man, peace out to the Warriors.
Peace out to the Warriors, yo.